of our Bridge to Employment Norristown Area program. So we're so excited to have you here tonight. I'd first like to welcome Dr. Janet Samuels, our superintendent, to welcome you, and then we will move on with dinner. At about 7 o'clock, we'll start with our student presentations. So here is Dr. Janet Samuels.
And even before sharing a welcome, I'd like to pause for a second to say thank you to Ms. Erica Spangler. So thank you. Good evening to everyone. It is indeed a pleasure to welcome you to the beautiful Norristown Area High School, but also to use those words that I always say are most important, to say thank you to Johnson & Johnson, and we have a cohort of Johnson & Johnson team members here, so if you would stand up. And also to Montgomery County Community College. Thank you so very much. On behalf of the entire Norristown Area School District team, and we have our school board president here, Ms. Hudson, board member, Mr. Shay Ash, Mr. Christopher Dormer, our assistant superintendent, soon-to-be superintendent, to say thank you. When you think about the Bridge to Employment program, I think it should be synonymous to Bridge to Opportunity. This particular program has opened doors and windows for our students in so many amazing ways. And tonight it is a pleasure to welcome you so that we can see some of the incredible things that have happened over the last few months with the children. And when you think about the highlights that we are going to see and experience this evening, it's something that we should all be very proud of. Here in the Norristown Area School District, what incredible students we have. The Bridge to Employment program has taken our students to a whole new level and a whole new height. And when you think about Johnson & Johnson, Montgomery County Community College, our staff members, and our parents working together to really uplift and support children, amazing things have happened, and so many amazing things are on the horizon. So without further ado, it's a pleasure to welcome you, and I challenge each and every person here this evening to take something away, not just from the incredible highlights and presentations that you're going to see that our children have prepared with the assistance of their coaches from Johnson & Johnson, but to help our students dream a little bit, to think about what the possibilities and the opportunities are as a result of the Bridge to Employment program. So once again, welcome and thank you so very much for being here this evening.
Good afternoon, everyone. Bienvenidos. Yo quiero decir que voy a estar acá a un lado si hay padres que quieren que yo traduzca lo que van a decir, que van a presentar cosas que van a ser en inglés, pero si quiere ayuda para entender el español, yo voy a estar aquí en la esquina para traducirlo. I'll just explain that I will be translating in the corner. My name is Pearly Hatchick, and I am the Gear Parent Liaison, so I'm here to serve and translate. So if you need help with translation, I'll be in the corner. Thank you.
Welcome to help yourself to some food. We have barbecue grilled chicken, hot roast beef, mashed potatoes, black bean and corn salsa, and rolls and fruit and veggies, and also, of course, dessert. So please feel free to go and help yourself in the back, and we will start with our presentation shortly.
All right, I just want to say good evening, everyone. I just want to thank you again for coming to the showcase tonight to celebrate the students' participation this first year of Bridge to Employment in the Norristown area. I want to also thank you for supporting the students this year. Parents, thank you for driving your students to the evening events, reading emails, and talking to your students about their field trips. Before we welcome the students, I want to give a quick overview of what we've done in these past 10 months. We started our program off, we kicked off the program last September in this very room here with our dinner. It was a pleasure meeting you and the students that night. Our first activity after the kickoff was a team building session at Jansen and Malvern. where our students and coaches got to know each other. And we continued the team building activities throughout the program. Together, we competed 2 community service activities. We did toiletries and made laundry kits for the Philadelphia Ronald McDonald House and bagged lunches for local homeless shelter. We extended the BTE team building experience during the BTE-Area collaboration day in April, where we collaborated with teams on innovation challenge with students and coaches from Finksville and the Wichita-Higgin BTE programs. Over the course of this year, we visited 2 Janssen Biotech sites. We learned about research and development, manufacturing at the Malvern site, and at the Janssen Horsham site, we participated in a mock clinical trial, and we tried our hands in marketing a new app. We also visited Montgomery Community College Health and Science Center, where we learned about specific health careers. During this visit, students not only learned about careers, but they also developed career readiness skills. In the area of college preparation, we toured Temple University and attended the Student and Parent College Info Night, where we learned college basics, including types of colleges and degrees, ways of financing colleges, and more. It was a busy year, and we still have 2 years to go. Now that you have learned a little bit about our year, the students are going to share their perspectives with you. The students and career coaches have been meeting in small groups throughout the year, and each group is going to share a component of the program with you. But before we begin doing our student presentations, I'd just like to take this time to acknowledge Dr. Samuels. I'm not sure if any of you know or aware, but she is retiring this year, so she will be leaving our BTE program and family. I just want to say on behalf of Johnson, Montgomery College, our BTE career coaches, we want to say thank you again for your support and also allowing us to have this program here at Norristown High School. Let's give one. Group 1, can you please come up front for your presentation? And by the way, Group 1 is the best group because it's my group.
Nice to meet you guys. Welcome.
I'm Myra, and this is Julia.
Hi guys.
And our project was networking and how BTE helped us with the networking throughout the year.
So what is networking? Does anybody know what networking is? Yeah, that would be Okay, nobody? Well, networking is a process of building relationships. It's like this. Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, well, that's networking, just meeting new people, and it can lead to a range of sources and educational career advancements. Like, you can get a job with if you network with people. Okay, well, some examples of networking in the BTE community was when when we first met, meeting the BTE career coaches and other BTE members, colleagues. That's technically none of us, well, most of us knew each other, but we met each other more, which was networking. And well, we ate together, that could also be networking. We made slime together, we worked together, obviously. So the main event that we did to learn about networking is the BTE collaboration at Mako, and we were with Wissahickon and Phoenixville high schools. And what we did, we first got a meet and greet with them, so we got to know them a little bit better. And then we were put in these groups to do a project where we could do pick one of 3 innovation thing where you could make a little model out of it. And they got judged, and everyone got high scores because everyone is good at that thing. Yeah, and then those projects helped us with our team working abilities and also helped us get to know everyone. And we also exchanged social medias. So if maybe we wanted a job in the future, we could ask one of those people to see if they know anyone with a job opening. And then networking in the future. Networking will help us in the future because it will help us make meaningful relationships, further our education, advance our careers, and be successful. Do you guys have anything else to say about how networking will help you in the future? Yeah, it will help.
Networking isn't confined to just a school or a meeting, a place that's set up to meet new people. It can occur anywhere, as often as on the street or at your job. It can occur anywhere with just other people, because building relationships is what networking is. As long as there's someone to build a relationship with, then you can network. Then.
All right. Our next group up is group 3. They're not in order. They're ready. Group 3.
Good evening, everyone. We are group 3. My name's Basima.
My name is Jordan.
I'm Rita. I'm 3, and this is Alicia.
Doing great, guys.
Our presentation is about J&J field trips and job exploration. In 1992, Johnson & Johnson launched its Bridge to Employment program. It inspires young people to stay in school and excel academically. The representatives of J&J open students' eyes to careers in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, manufacturing, design, and healthcare sectors. How do we change the phone? Oh, could you please change the phone? All right, next one. Thank you. The BTE program has given us many learning opportunities and hands-on experiences. These experiences include field trips to different J&J facilities. On one of our J&J field trips, we participated in a clinical trial which utilized the placebo effect. We learned of many steps it takes for products to be approved for the public.
The placebo effect is when during a clinical trial, you and another person will be given a medicine or something that looks like it. One is probably a sugar pill and the other is the actual medicine. You're not told which one is real and which one is fake, and they do it to see if the medicine actually works or if you just think it works because you were told it will. Yeah, that's it.
We also learn about marketing at the Horsham site. We learn about the basics of selling a product and all the steps that go along with it. Later, we created our own apps and then we presented them to the J&J representatives. We used what we learned about marketing to convince the audience that they should buy our app instead of the others.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so BTE has prepared us for many careers in health and manufacturing industries. It has also given us essential life skills that can be utilized within our future occupations. The representatives at J&J, all of you guys, thank you, have doubled as group mentors who have shared with us their personal stories and words of encouragement. We are proud and very grateful to be members of the BTE program, and I hope that we can develop as people and soar into the future careers. I really mean that. I'm not just reading it over there.
Okay, for our next group, we have group 4.
I would just like to say real quick, no harsh feelings, group 1, but we are the best.
Alright, I'm Omema. We are group 4.
My name's Diana.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Brian.
Hi, my name's Chris.
The microphone's on Whedon, it's on Bailey.
Are we going to attach this?
So, defining employment skills. Implement skills are certain attributes a person possesses to look skilled for the job, and he will definitely use these if you want to get a job. Some of the attributes that we thought of were confidence, good posture, a good appearance, look professional when you're going for the interview, being prepared, being knowledgeable of the company you're trying to get the job from, and display leadership, because that's what most companies or jobs look for.
Well, in one of the workshops that we had in Johnson & Johnson, we went, I think we were in Mako, I don't remember as much, but we had a whole workshop dedicated to how to better yourselves when you have a job interview. So, for example, employment skills. One of them were handshakes, how to firmly do one, as Brian and Christian can demonstrate for you guys. So, we learned that a handshake shouldn't be so long. You shouldn't squeeze the person you're meeting hard, I guess. You should be making a good impression. Also make good eye contact and good posture. And if you have sweaty hands, just wash up beforehand. That's one thing we learned.
Okay, next we talked about what would make a good resume. A resume is basically an outline of all the things that you do, all the great things that you do. So you should have basically what makes you. For us, for example, we would have that we are in BTE, Bridge to Employment Program. It's also good to watch your language. You don't want to have any curse words and you don't want to have any slang. You want to sound really professional in what you say. You also want to put in keywords, which would be bilingual because that's a really good factor. You would want to have things like shadowing, perhaps, like if you've done any shadowing jobs. And also, just make sure that you put down everything that you do. I know you don't want to put everything down because you don't want it to sound like you're being too, like you're overly explaining yourself, but you want to make sure that you put everything down so that they know that you're a good candidate for whatever you're signing up for.
Well, guys, if you haven't noticed, for the best group, you have to have the best resume. So here it is, Christian's resume. On this resume, I applied both my address, email address, phone number, contact me anytime. We have a summary of everything I put on here, my experiences, my education, my skills, and my references. If you haven't noticed, my skills is team leader, so get used to it.
Alright, so some interview essentials is you have to be ready. You know, you have to go in there prepared. You have to do your research, good posture, and you have to explain why you should be hired over everybody else in order to get the job. Thank you.
Brian and Christian are going to demonstrate how to do a proper interview, including with the handshake. So put the handshake in there.
So I think you're applying for a job, right?
Yes, I am.
Can you please tell me why you want this job? Yes.
Coming to Walmart was the best thing in my life. So, I'm like, going to Walmart was the best days of my life. You go there, grab a bag of chips every day, for school lunches, you know those field trips are busy. And I feel working at Walmart expresses my emotions of back in the past. It expresses me. So I feel me working there help express all of you guys and our lives at Walmart.
Have you worked anywhere before applying at Walmart?
I have worked at Target. It has not been that fun. I have got fired in the next 2 weeks because apparently I accidentally mispackaged toilet papers with paper towels. But I have learned from my mistakes. Working at Walmart excites me. I think I can do better than I did at Target.
We'll call you back.
So just to wrap up, as you should have seen, Christian had good posture. He also wore a nice outfit to be presentable and no jeans, no sneakers, good haircut. Over like Diana, who's wearing shorts and like sneakers and socks that are visible. He was also prepared, and he also showed why he was a good fit for the job and what he did wrong. It is okay to show something that you did wrong, just so they know that. I mean, we are human; we do make mistakes. So, I think that was a good idea to put in your resume. And your resume should also not be too lengthy, but it should show like what you're about, and your good qualities and what you are made of. So, I think that's what it is. So yeah, that was our employment skills. A good resume, good posture, handshakes, and to be presentable yourself. Yes.
Before we leave, do you have any questions about employment skills? No. Well, thanks for your time.
Okay, for our next group, group 6. Group 6. Oh, that was 6? Oh, 5. I'm sorry, group 5. Turn the page.
Hi everybody, it's good to be here tonight. We are Group 5. My name is Luis Parker. This is Davina Reynolds, Kaya, Miriam. What we will be discussing today will be college knowledge and pretty much anything that you might wonder about college, because that tends to be the next chapter in your life after high school. So next.
So one of the trips we went on was Temple University, and we learned things that we should need or things that we could be doing. We also learned that Temple is located in the heart of Philadelphia, of North Philadelphia. It was founded in 1884 by Russell Conway. Well, alright. Also, Temple is home to the largest university police department in the country. The department is home to 130 officers.
So these are just more facts about Temple. Temple has 2 international campuses located in Rome and Japan. Temple also adopted its mascot, the owl, in 1888 from its early origins as a museum.
We also went to Montgomery Community College. The topics that we did, the topics included nursing and public health. In nursing, we learned about blood pressure and proper hand washing techniques from the nurses. And we also participated in a simulation lab at sick babies. It was fun. We learned about the various careers in the public health career and the clinical careers. The personal development workshop, we learned about different careers within the J&J organization for the career coach panel. We learned what to wear during an interview. We did a fashion show where our coaches dressed up in the appropriate attire and then not so appropriate attire. And we then decided which ones you should wear for an interview, which ones you shouldn't. We learned how to prep, perform, and do follow-up post interviews, and then we performed mock interviews with the coaches.
Oh, okay. So we had like obviously 2 college visits to Montgomery County Community College and Temple University, and personal experience of mine was one of the workshops that we did specifically at Montgomery County Community College, which was the value survey, and that was when we had different personal trait cards that told us like confidence or social or anything like that. And you would sort them to see which one fits you best, which one is kind of you, which one isn't you. And once you finished it out, you get to kind of see who you are as a person and how you fit into society and based it on like that. So to add to this, when it comes to college, it's in case it's a new experience, you kind of gotta, I don't want to say adapt new ways, but get used to a new environment. You're on your own. It's more responsibility. So that workshop kind of shows you of where you would want to fit in or where you expect to be at. Kind of a little experience ahead of time, so you're not wondering and you're not lost or anything. So to wrap this up, we had a lot of experiences with BTE when it came to college visits. They helped us out with different issues that we had, if anything, like wondering like about financial issues, or if you weren't capable of getting into college, they showed us that anybody is. A personal thing of mine is I couldn't believe it when I heard it, but a college would rather take a student that is more active in the world, like that has a job, that sports, leader of clubs and everything, and doesn't do it so well in class, rather than a straight A student. And for me, that shows me kind of like, wow, like I'm kind of pressured to reach for good grades, and the fact that I hear that, it makes me smile and not worry so much about getting into college. And, and of course, financial issues is the next big thing that people have an issue with, but BTE has also shown us that there's different ways of getting into college and not worrying about money. And even if that was an issue, there's different colleges around the area that can provide help with that. So BTE definitely has helped not only me, but everybody in this room, I'm pretty sure, on any questions or stress that they've had about college. So, it was a great pleasure. Thank you. Yeah, that was.
Okay, final group number 2.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Raisa.
I'm Brian.
I'm Michelle.
I'm Esther.
I'm Nathan.
And our topic is lifelong skills.
Before we start, first you have to understand what lifelong skills are. Lifelong skills are skills that you take your life, such as interview skills, leadership skills, teamwork skills, and some things that teamwork is under is like mock interviews that we've done, like help from our career coaches just to perform and know what you need to do and
Handshake is one part of the long life skills. So why is it important to do a proper handshake? So when we have interviews or even meeting new people, we want it to be perfect. We want to make a good first impressions in those people. So doing the wrong handshake will just make you see unprofessional. And an example of a bad handshake is you did handshake. No. And so this long life skill, it's gonna help you towards the future when you come to interviews with jobs, college, or even being active in school, outside school, and most importantly, the whole community.
Well, we all know if you don't have a correct handshake, we can work with anything. But working as a group and team is way better than just being by yourself. When we combine our own individual talents and work together as a team, the goal gets way easier. When we work together, the complicated work just goes away. And how you see in the picture, a bunch of fishes can spot a whole big shark. And I think if we work together, as we also have here, we can actually just find the big shark. And this year, we all have worked together in community service, and I think we're a great group, to be honest.
So why are lifelong skills so important? Why is it so necessary? Well, the skills that we just mentioned to you are the skills we will be taking anywhere in life. It determines our bright futures, the one that everyone in this room are seeking for.
For these, for what we plan is, especially for how we are planning, we have skills that are used for not just interviews, they're used for life. Like you can use them anywhere, like especially handshakes. You can just handshake anybody, well not just anybody, but if you handshake a person when you first meet them, they'll know how well you are and how good you are as a person. And the same thing with teamwork. You have to work with people your whole life.
Hey, now group 2 can come up.
Hi, we're group 2, and we're going to talk about what we want in the future for BT. First of all, we're going to talk about like what we like for this, what we did this year, and what we liked about it. So one of the things that we liked the most was when we made the slime. Okay, so we were simply making a product like they do in Johnson & Johnson, with instructions and all that stuff. And we also, when we went to Temple, that was really cool because we got to know like a lot about the school, and we talked to the students kind of, and the security system is really good. There's always a tutor teacher available, they have their own Uber, discounts, and all that cool stuff. What we liked in general was hands-on activities, trips, talking to college students, getting to know people, having career coaches, and a virtual tour and engineering workshop. That was one of the things I liked.
What we did for How did these events prepare us for the future? We learned about colleges, like we went to Temple and we learned about financial aid. We also see what roles people play in their jobs at Montgomery Community College. Preparing for interviews, handshaking, clothing choices, resumes. And for Montgomery, we also learned about self-care, hand washing, and taking your blood pressure, financial aid, leadership, teamwork, and networking at Montgomery.
For next year, we would like to go to different locations like New York, DC, California. We would also like less events at the high school, less events after school, more events during school hours. Same groups, coaches for the duration of the programs. Better organizations of activities, for example, Jeopardy, which is a competition. We also like to go to the mall to do like fun things like escape the room. Like examples are Walking Dead or Harry Potter. Or like have a fun day at the end of the year, like a field day or end of the year celebration like now. And different colored shirts. and create our own logo. We also want to see engineering different jobs in J&J, science lab, more hands-on, multiple trips at the beginning of the year instead of the end, and specialized college visits and more science fields. That's it.
Okay, once again, just a round of applause for all the student presentations. Turn it over to Ms. Eric.
We just wanted to make a special announcement of some students and especially recognize them for some opportunities that they are able to take advantage of this year. So our first recognition are for our 2 summer scholarship recipients. So we, as you have all heard, we have opened up an opportunity for students to apply for personal development scholarships for over the summer. And our 2 recipients are Alicia Cofield, if she can stand up. Alicia is very interested in architecture, and so she's going to Temple University this summer for a 2-week architecture institute. And secondly, we have Lenny Duran, who unfortunately had to leave early for a celebration for her father, but she is interested in filmmaking, and she's going to Kutztown University for a week-long filmmaking institute. And second of all, we have 2 students who we had 14 students apply to be student ambassadors for an annual BTE conference in October. This year it's actually in Lisbon, Portugal. So after we had, as I mentioned, we had 14 wonderful applicants apply. We had a very rigorous application process with blind application reading by our management team. We had 8 students who made it to the interview portion of the application process. Those 8 students interviewed with Dr. Samuels and Dr. Craig Smith, who is with Janssen Biotech. And we have 2 recipients, so Emilitza and Basima, if you can stand up. So they will be traveling in October. We will be going to an annual conference with students from Israel, South Africa, Colombia, all over the world. So they will come back and share their experience with you as well. And also we wanted to recognize all of our students. So we have certificates for you. We're going to call you up with your career coaches by group and along with your certificates, because it's cold and we know that Wawa has a lot of stuff to help you beat the heat. So everyone gets a $5 gift card to Wawa for the summer. So yes, thank you to Janssen for that. So we can have group 1 come up with your career coaches as well. For career coaches tonight, we have Giovanna Bailey and Mel Thompson. And students, if you can come up too, and they'll give you your certificates. They'll announce your names and give you your certificates.
Our first student is Myra Brown. Julietta. I think that's it for our group. We got a couple of misses, but we make sure they get their awards. Group 2.
So Group 2's career coach here tonight. We have 2 here tonight. We have Laura Grusendorf and Bob Hartz.
like to congratulate Erica Turner. Being here. And Brandon Moore. And Eileen.
And Group 3. Group 3's career coaches are Tara Brooks and Pete Sarah.
So we'd like to congratulate Terry Ann. Rita. Jordan. Basma. Sorry, Basima. And Alicia.
Group 4. Group 4, we have 2 career coaches here tonight. We have Tanya LeBlanc and Candy Cintron. Christian. Emily. Diana. Sorry. Brian. And Group 5, for the career coach, we have Pinky Mehta here. Okay, so we have Louise Parker. Miriam Ramirez. And Davina Reynolds. And lastly but not least, Group 6. Group 6 career coaches we have tonight are Tony Crosby and Pushpinder Multani.
Okay, first up we have Nathan. Brian. Esther. Lisa. Last but not least, Rochelle.
So thank you you again to the career coaches for all of your work this year with our students. Just a reminder for next year, we have a summer ahead of us, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful summer. We will kick off our program again in September. During the summer, we will be busy preparing for next year and planning. So we'll send you information over the summer. Please check your emails. Students, we're still going to be sending information to your Norristown emails, our Facebook group, and our Remind app. So if you haven't signed up for the Remind app, please do so. There are a couple flyers left out on the table to remind you to sign up for the Remind app. And here's the information for the Remind app as well, which again is printed. And lastly, just thank you all for your support. We've had a wonderful year. We've really enjoyed getting to know the students and parents, and we look forward to working with you again next year. Thank you so much for coming.